I tell you what, while you're saying your prayers, perhaps put this little one on your prayer list, because this is Izzy. And yeah, you know your name, don't you? And of course, Pamela Terhune is here with Grateful Animal Rescue. First of all, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is a tough one. It's so emotional and a little sad, but at the same time, we're hoping to do some good.
We are.
Why don't you introduce Miss Izzy and her story?
Okay, this is Izzy. She's 10 years old. We were called upon by the Indianapolis Animal Care Services because she was at risk because she had a mammary tumor. So we took her into our rescue. We got the mammary tumor removed. Then when we went back 2 weeks later, the doctor said that the cancer had already spread into her lymph nodes. But the shocking part of it, Amber, is we found out if she would have been spayed earlier in life, that if they get spayed within the first 2 years of their life, that takes their chances of getting tumors down to 0.5%.
Wow.
If they don't, it's up to 75%. So there's more to spay and neutering than just pet control population, which is also very important. But yeah, you have an animal all your life and you want it to live a nice, good life, and then to find out later in life if...
yeah, and I think the toughest part here is when we talk about saying a prayer for Izzy is because, I mean, unfortunately, there's not much they can do. She doesn't have a whole lot of time left.
No, doctor said she's going to have about 3 to 6 months, and we had her up for adoption once her surgery was done. But we've decided we're going to keep her at the sanctuary and let her live.
Yeah.
She sleeps in bed with me.
Aww.
She runs around the house. She gets toys donated by some of our followers, and I think she's starting to get that attitude of
you getting spoiled.
Being a little spoiled.
That's okay, though. You deserve it.
She does.
I'm curious, though, with getting spayed and neutered, this is something I did not know. What is it about getting spayed that would have allowed her to not perhaps develop this, what she has?
Well, what happens when they're not spayed is the estrogen and hormone levels, each time there's a heat cycle, starts lining her mammary wall.
Wow.
And over time that will build up and it'll form a tumor.
Yeah.
And 50% of the time it is a malignant tumor.
It's so heartbreaking, but such an important message at the same time. And I know this is what you do with you've got 2 events coming up that we want to talk about. Tell me about the first one.
Okay, well, we're always trying to make money for our sanctuary. So our first event is a Yorktown yard sale, and it's being sponsored by the town of Yorktown. Thank you very much. And so those are booths everybody can set up for $25 and sell their items, and the $25 goes to Grateful Rescue. And then, of course, we have the huge Grateful Fest coming up in August, and we're almost sold out of vendors for that.
Oh,
and
nice.
those are $40 booths, but last year we had like 5,000 people.
Whoa.
It was a huge event. So we're looking forward to it again.
And where
this
does
year.
that one take place?
That will be at the Delaware County Fairgrounds in Muncie.
Good stuff. Izzy, it's so nice to meet you. And of course, Pamela, thank you so much for bringing her in and sharing her story. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, George, I think this little one deserves to be spoiled all she can.